the Bowels of Netflix, where your fearless co-hosts Isaac and Larry force each other to watch the worst pieces of shit on Netflix. We will go over every bad edit, all the broken dialogue, all the wooden acting, and laugh along the way, because this is the Bowels of Netflix! Alright, welcome to the Bowels of Netflix. I'm Isaac, and with me, as always, is my fearless co-host, Larry. How are you doing this week, Larry?
I just want to preemptively thank you. I want to thank you for this, for making me the most hated man on the internet, is what you've done to me. Everyone loves this, and I hated it.
No, there's no way everyone loves this.
You have no idea. Oh, no. God. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. This is going to be a great episode, folks, because I am mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. Oh, God.
Man, he's boiling over already. We're just getting started.
Shit. Fuck. Man. This review, writing this review took me 6 hours, not an exaggeration.
Christ.
6
and the
hours.
Movie's, what, 90 minutes? It can't be more than 90 minutes,
It's 90
right?
minutes. I kept having to stop and do something else, and then I because I couldn't take it anymore. Fuck. Shit in my ass.
We are the Bowels of Netflix, two old friends who
Dicks.
hate each other dearly. Every week, one of us makes the other one watch the worst movie they can find on Netflix, and we go over it in excruciating detail. We're on the internet, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. TikTok's coming soon. I'm going to glue some eyes on some dicks, and that'll be our TikTok. Email us at bowelsofnetflix@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Thoughts on the show, suggestions of movies, dick pics. We'll take dick pics.
Yeah, check us out.
I'll take a, yeah.
You can find us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, wherever podcasts are sold, whatever the fuck.
Make sure to rate and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family. Hide your grandmother's prescriptions until she starts listening.
Yes.
It's an order. It's a command. Would we be culpable for murder? Or, like, accessory?
Only if, well, it depends if our listeners are, like, cult-like, if we're cult-like indoctrinating them. I don't think so, because usually we just yell at them.
Also, I want to put this out there. It's impossible to send us unsolicited dick pics, because right now I am legally soliciting dick pics. Send them.
True. He is asking for it, so you can just send it to us.
Hell yes. All right, Larry.
You know, I actually, we saw each other in person for the first time today in like a year plus.
This is true.
And I forgot how thick and veiny your gut is.
Yes. We are some husky boys. We got a little quarantine weight gain going on, I think.
Oh, more than a little for me.
Oh boy.
No, your dick
no,
is massive.
I'm up
That's
there.
great. You should send dick pics. People should solicit. Hey, listeners, solicit Isaac for dick pics. He will send them.
I'll send dick pics. I won't confirm or deny if it's my dick. It's easy to find dick. It's easy to get dick pics.
It really is.
I can get all the dick pics in the world.
It really is.
Get a picture of a random pretty girl, put it up on Twitter, and say, "Give me dick pics."
It's the worst. A friend of mine. I was looking at her. She was showing me her Tinder, and just now. There's no dick pics on Tinder. Usually, I don't think you can do that. But like, it's unbelievable the way people talk to women. So yeah, it's really easy to get dick pics, and you should be ashamed of yourselves. You're sending unsolicited dick pics. What are we doing? Why am I doing this? This is Good Burger. Fucking Jesus, what's happening here?
Yes,
Christ.
Larry is reviewing the. Was it Oscar nominated? I think.
No,
film
no,
Good
shut
Burger.
Up. Shut up! I'm really mad at you.
You know, I think the only reason it didn't win Best Picture was it was up against Titanic. They both came out in 97. That was, yeah. You can't win against Titanic.
Can you please just do that every episode? Because you did that for Orgasmo as well, I believe. Can you just do it every episode? Could that be?
That also came out in 97. Right?
I know.
Yeah, shit. Interesting.
So which
it's
of the
a golden year of cinema. Titanic, Orgasmo, Good Burger.
I don't know. I'm pretty bad with the metrics. You keep a spreadsheet of all our metrics. I have to check and see if 19 currently in Bowles lore, what is the worst year for movies? 97's making a run because Orgasmo and Good Burger were real bad.
We'll have to go through.
It's probably like 2019.
I'll have to pull that data. I know there's a lot from recent.
We saw. I think Cowgirl Story, whatever that was, that would really drag the year down. That was that would be an interesting thing. Like, what is the worst year in Bowels of Netflix canon? Like, we got to keep that ongoing.
Yes, we'll have to crunch that data.
I'm gonna say currently, after this fucking debacle, 97 is making a very strong showing.
That might be the year I learned to masturbate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, right. You have a story about that you'll never tell anyone, right?
No. I can't.
Damn.
I can't.
I want to know.
A lot of people have to be dead for me to tell that story. Not because, not for any other reason. I just don't want them to ever even know it was told, hear it, have to live with the fact that I've told it on the show.
Right. Just give me a list of who I have to kill.
It's going to be a long time. Unless you start killing them, it's going to be a very long time. So, In fact, I'm probably not going to outlive some of them. So in that case, I don't think you're ever going to hear it. Sorry.
Damn it.
So Good Burger. Fuck. Oh, man. Oh, this hurts, Isaac. This really... Congratulations. You may have won the Bowels of Netflix because I don't think I'll ever... You found the perfect thing for me. You've ruined me. This is the beginning of the ruination of me.
Well, when I found it on Netflix, I remembered it from my youth because I used to watch all that and Kenan and Kel and the Nick sitcoms and stuff. And I saw this movie when it came out when I was 10, and I thought it was the fucking bee's knees.
Everyone loves Good Burger. It's just me. It's just me.
No. I don't anymore.
Well,
I have
okay.
a weird level of nostalgia, but I watched the first 15 minutes and was like, "Holy shit, this is unmitigated garbage."
So yeah, well, let's dip a toe in, and we're gonna dive in. We're gonna dive in so far, I'm just gonna drown. But let's just start with the beginning here.
That's Larry's greatest fear too.
It's true. Well, suffocation, but yeah, I mean, drowning is suffocate. Yes, no, I don't want to. Fuck, I'm gonna kill myself. 1997, American comedy film ? Fucking produced by Nickelodeon Movies. In case someone's listening to this in 2045 and Nickelodeon's dead, Nickelodeon is a children's cartoon channel. I say cartoon, but clearly this is the proof that it wasn't always that way.
They, especially for the older kids, they had live action shows. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Clarissa Explains It All, that kind of thing.
I watched none of them.
Clarissa was good.
Growing up, I watched none of the young adult teen Nick shows. So, what's going to be heavily important for this episode, all that and Kenan and Kel in particular, because that's where our two titular dickheads got their start. So, yeah, I grew up, let's say weird, and we'll get into that more later, but the entire, young adult phase of growing up missed me entirely. I kind of went from kid straight to adult, more or less.
It does make sense. You did learn how to masturbate in a pet store.
I don't know how that's related and is also untrue. And stop trying to get that story out of me. It's never going to happen.
I'm going to keep guessing until I find out.
Yeah, man. It's not... Here's the problem, Isaac, is that it's not interesting or exciting, but God, is it the worst. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. I don't even like thinking about it. But, yeah, so, the whole phase of, I went from cartoons to, we'll get into what I went into later. But, this whole, teen television craze of the 90s totally missed me. So I didn't watch all that, and I didn't watch Kenan and Kel. I've probably seen an episode or two of all that. I don't remember anything about it at all. It was all that is like a kid's sketch show. And then Kenan and Kel...
Basically Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, but with all children. Kenan and Kel was a spin-off of that was more like a sitcom, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Very much so.
All right. So, and so it stars... Good Burger stars Kenan and Kel, who are Kel Mitchell and Kenan Thompson. I believe we talked about it a little bit last week, or 2 weeks ago. No, it was last week, excuse me. Kel Mitchell, sort of... He has a career, but he's not super prominent. He's like a C-list actor, it appears.
Yeah, he's a working actor. He gets roles. They're probably all supporting roles.
Yeah, this did not catapult into stardom. Kenan Thompson did join Saturday Night Live, and now...
He's the longest running member of Saturday Night Live.
He's the longest tenured member. Yeah, no, it's an impressive... I mean, Saturday Night Live, it can be funny. There's a lot that's not funny.
It's culturally important, and so many comedy stars have gotten their start there.
Yeah, basically every comedian has a Saturday Night Live story, more or less. It's important. It might not always be the best. There are some very funny stuff in it. But, Kenan Thompson, that's where he landed. He's been there like 15 years. He's like the guy there now.
That's like what he wants to do. He doesn't want to do movies.
He wants to die doing Saturday
SNL.
Night Live. Like that's he's achieved his peak, which is fine. And then, that's a good peak to have. A lot of,
For sure.
And he seems like a funny man. From what I've seen, I haven't seen a lot of Saturday Night Live in the last 10 years, nor before, really. But from what I've seen of him, he seems like a very funny man. And I'll give him credit in Good Burger when he does show those chops. He's definitely the more talented of the two. Impossible to tell if Kel Mitchell has any talent in Good Burger. We'll get to that later. Fucking Jesus Christ. IMDb, Good Burger has a 5.7, which, honestly, I'm shocked it's that low, because IMDb is more of a personal... it's not really critics, per se. So I'm actually shocked it's not in the 7s or 8s, which is what I expected.
Yeah, you think more nostalgia would kick that up.
Oh, we're going to talk a fucking lot about nostalgia. But Rotten Tomatoes, now, this is a little more like it. The tomato meter is 32%. Critically did very poorly. I wonder why.
Definitely.
The audience score is 63%. So, again, still lower than I thought. But maybe some people, it's a long way from 1997 now. So maybe people are opening their eyes, and people who are seeing it for the first time are having similar reactions that I had, which are the correct reactions. I don't really... like I said, I want to give you a heartfelt thank you for making me Public Enemy #1 to any 80s and 90s kids who grew up watching all that, because I hated it, and it's terrible, and it's just going to make me the villain. And we're going to talk, my new favorite thing, and what I'm going to be doing for every movie now is looking at the Google reviews. But we're going to start with one, and we're going to do the rest at the end of the episode. And you'll see why. Normally I just grab a couple and, read them through, because usually there's not that many. Good Burger's got a long history, and it's very popular. And I picked out some real gems, and we'll get to that. But to start... Google review by Xander, and I'm going to fuck up the names. Shui, Shu, S-Chewewe. Shu. I'm going to say Shu. This movie sure is something. This movie truly cannot be put into words that will give it enough justice. It is thrilling, funny, insightful, and in my opinion, no movie could really ever go up to its level of quality. The two main characters gel off of each other perfectly. Their dynamic really has never been done to the extent that it is shown in Good Burger. The villain is threatening, no period. Funny and really poses on the two main characters if they are good people. Last thing, the side characters are best in any movie ever. The fast food employees' olive rolls that make the story go along. The people in the mental institute aren't the most important to the plot, but still make a funny scene that hasn't been replicated in any movie ever. In conclusion, Good Burger is undoubtedly the best movie of all time due to how all the characters have purpose and all go through satisfying arcs. Did I forget to mention this is the funniest movie ever? Well, now you know.
Holy shit, that is a glowing endorsement.
Xander.
Oh, man.
Strap in, buddy, because you're in for a real fucking treat.
And you are not well in the brain, if you think any of
I'm guessing things. Xander is 9.
He's not well in the brain.
Well, no 9-year-old is. All right, so let's fucking get into it. Here we go. God bless me. Anyway, our movie starts with an old 90s Nickelodeon logo, which gave me a fair bit of nostalgia. It also let me know that I was in for a bad time, a very bad time, because... So... Fuck. So, we open up on... Helen of Troy was said to have a face that launched 1,000 ships. And much like Helen of Troy, in the 90s we had Kel Mitchell. And Kel Mitchell's two biggest points of popularity are for two things. One, Kel loves orange soda. Look it up. Kel loves orange soda into YouTube. That's it. Also, someone please explain that to me because I don't understand it. And the other thing that launched the career of this man and his partner is thus. This movie was made for one reason. This movie has one joke. That's it. This entire movie was created for precisely one reason and one fucking line only. And Isaac, you liked this as a child. You thought this was funny. Say it. Say the fucking line. Say the fucking line, you foul, hateful slag. Say it, say it, say it.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
That's it. That is my review. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? That is the premise for this entire movie. There is nothing else. They had nothing else. Kel said the line in a... Let me attempt to do the voice once. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? That's it. That's all it is.
That's pretty good.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
No, but every character has a resolving character arc.
No. All it is the Good Burger. So the whole movie, the premise is off of an All That. Like we said, All That is a it's like a Saturday Night Live kids sketch show. This was a bit they did on there, which was Good Burger, which was someone would come up to the counter, Kel would say, "Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?" And then they would like riff off of that, and that's it. That's what they made a movie out of that.
But all the character arcs are.
There's none. There were no other characters. I guess the fat manager. So I watched basically all of them because I had to understand, and I still don't. So there's no other characters in the All That sketches, really. Like, one or two characters in the movie show up in the sketches, but they don't really, like, there's nothing. So... Because this line is the whole movie, you may guess that they say it more than once.
Really?
And as punishment for making me do this, I'm going to make you say it every time. Because I refuse to say it. And if I refuse to say it, there's no review. So your only option is to say it when fucking prompted. Dance like the monkey you are when told.
I will. Are you going to have a 6-shooter and just start shooting the ground around my feet to make you dance?
I fucking wish. I should have strapped a bomb to you when I saw you today.
The cat probably has a bomb in it.
Yeah, Isaac there's been a cat living on my porch, and Isaac and his lovely wife are taking it in and taking care of it. So I can only be so mad at you because I love that stupid cat, and you are giving it a better life that I can't provide it. But also go fuck yourself and dance when told to dance, monkey. All right, so the movie opens up with the line, blah, blah, blah. We see Kel in his Good Burger outfit, which is a paper cap and a pinstriped Good Burger shirt. I didn't realize until later, because I'm a dumb man, that he's got sort of dreadlock kind of thing. I don't know what the hairstyle's called, but that's part of the hat. I thought that was his hair. I don't know hair. I don't know anything. Because he's always got the hat on.
Interesting.
And I'm like, oh wait, no, the hair is in the hat. Got it. I'm a dumb man.
Gotcha.
So he's at the counter of the Good Burger, taking an order from a woman who attempts to order a Good Burger. If you're tired of hearing me say Good Burger, please direct your hatred to Isaac. He's done this. So Kel takes the woman's order for a Good Burger. Out of the takeout bag, a hamburger with eyes. Floats out, telling Kel that he sees him. 3 other Good Burgers pop out of takeout boxes, all with eyes, begging Kel not to sell them. Eventually, the sentient flying burgers tell Kel they love him, and circle around him in wretched, low-budget 1997 Nickelodeon budget CGI. Kel begins to fly, shouting, "Wee!" before falling down a gigantic bottomless pit, before he shoots up from bed, still in his fucking work outfit, and says the line. Say it, you fucking slut.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Right. So Kel realizes it was just a dream. His alarm is going off. He picks up his clock and screams, "Whoa, a clock!" before getting into the shower. Fully dressed. The shower has no less than 9 rubber duckies stuck to the wall in various places with suction cups. He also has a toy basketball net inside the shower. Kel scrubs himself down with soap and water in his clothes, singing a song. His song goes, and I quote, "I'm a dude, he's a dude, she's a dude, we're all dudes. It's cute. Once. And by cute, I mean I hate it, but it's tolerable. The first time.
It's progressive.
Time!
That's very looking forward to, being accepting of the trans community.
Yeah.
We're all dudes.
I'm sure that's exactly what they were thinking.
Yep.
So Kel's character is that he is an idiot.
Yep.
That's it. That's it. That's all it is. His character's that he's an idiot. That's the whole...
Does he get his brain from the wizard at the end?
No.
Well, what's his character arc going to be?
There's none.
I'm confused.
He is an irredeemable, complete and total, 100% committed idiot. He's an earnest idiot. He's a kind and thoughtful idiot. But he's a complete and utter and total and full-on idiot. That's it. So get used to it. We see Good Burger. It's your bog standard 70s burger joint. Nothing really special to speak of or anything. Inside, some angry construction worker guy is yelling at a string bean white kid to take his order. The kid said he works the drive-thru window, and the worker needs the counter guy, who was Kel. By the way, Kel's name is Ed, and I'll probably accidentally interchange them because Ed is short. But once again, it's a recognizable actor, so they're going to call the actor's name. Fuck the movie itself. So,
yes, and Kel is just the longest name ever.
Yeah, Kel and Ed are short enough that I may accidentally have written Ed and just read through it without paying attention.
Ed is 2/3 the length of Kel.
It's true. You're losing fucking 33% of a name there. So Kel rollerblades his way up to Good Burger. He skates through a group of girls jump roping. What's that?
This scene.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw this scene, I was like, "Oh God, what?"
Yeah, he's rollerblading
nonsense?
Down this fucking middle of the road. He rollerblades through a group of girls jump roping and manages to get one girl tangled up around him, dragging her through the street behind him while she's like bumping her head on rocks. At Good Burger, the angry construction guy seems. Wait, no, what? Oh, the angry construction guy keeps trying to order food, but the other employees seem incapable, continually calling for Kel, who is seemingly incredibly late since there's a long line of people waiting. The entire premise of this movie also hinges on the fact that the two main characters are consistently late for work every day, and nobody seems to care. And it never comes up. I don't understand.
Oh my
They're
God.
never at work on time.
It's infuriating.
It drives me crazy. As someone who used to run a shitty joint, a sandwich joint, be fucking on time. So in the street, Kel runs into a woman with a baby and ends up holding the baby, because, of course. The woman whom he kidnapped the child from screams, "My baby!" and runs after Kel. She is never seen again. Kel runs into a basketball court on his blades, and in a series of mishaps, as Isaac mentioned last week, Kel ends up with the ball, and the baby ends up being used as a basketball, getting thrown through the hoop. This is not just happens. Kel continues going, his effect on the world, seemingly unrepentant, and just leaves that situation to resolve itself. The construction worker at the counter is counting down to calling the manager when Kel bursts in on his skates, and at the count of 1, he hurls over the counter and says the line. Say it, Isaac.
"Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?"
Daddy, say the fucking line. So now we get some of the classic Good Burger humor. Here's what a Good Burger sketch is like. Kel says the line, a customer asks him for something reasonable, and then we get some back and forth sketch. So let me explain. This worker says, "Can I get 2 Good Burgers?" Kel says, "No, I have to get them." And the worker angrily shouts, "Just give me 2 Good Burgers." And Kel replies, "I can't give you 2 Good Burgers. You have to pay for them." So that's the level of humor we get here.
Quality.
That is what a Good Burger sketch is like. That's what you like, you fucking people. You people.
It's Shakespearean wit comes to mind.
And frequently the joke is that Kel takes everything literally. You know how, like, Dave Bautista's character, Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy, takes everything literally? It's that.
Yeah.
But not funny unless you're 10 or high. Wait, do I need to be 10 or high? Is that the secret? Isaac, do you have any children? Or weed?
Did you not snort cocaine?
No.
Before you watched this? Damn it, Larry.
We have no subscribers.
Come on, subscribe.
I just want to snort cocaine. The construction worker angrily leaves, saying he can't wait for Mondo Burger to be open. Kel asked his coworkers what Mondo Burger is. By the way, there's a bunch of fucking coworkers who I imagine many of were probably All That cast members or something. And the thing is, none of them matter, except for the love interest who matters for 5 minutes, the fat manager who I mentioned twice, and Abe Vigoda. And if you don't know who Abe Vigoda is, he's an old man who was in The Godfather and Barney Miller, which just fucking look it up, you pukes. And has now lowered himself to appearing in Good Burger for some unfathomable reason I'll never understand. He was in The Godfather. The Godfather. So, anyway, yeah, the others can fuck off. The other employees, I'm never going to mention them again. Fat manager.
They all have character
They
arcs.
don't. No, none of them do. And in fact, the three I mentioned don't even have a character arc. They start one. Fat manager gives a rousing speech about Mondo Burger. Yeah, I never explained it. Mondo Burger is this, I'm going to call it a ludicrous, gigantic burger giggle palace going up right across the street.
Yes.
I don't know why I didn't write that down. So this looming threat of destruction, the sword of Damocles hanging over our plucky Good Burger crew, is fucking Mondo Burger across the street. The manager says that no one's going to put them out of business. They've been there like 60 years or some dumb shit. So he cut to a local high school where Sinbad, fucking out of my subconscious apparently, is a science teacher. Isaac, I need you to type in Sinbad Good Burger into Google and describe to me what he looks like, because I can't. And while you're doing that, to those of you not in the know, Sinbad is one of those comedian actors that kind of shows up everywhere. I guarantee if you don't know the name, you've seen him. So, Isaac, can you describe to me what's Sinbad?
He's also, because Christmas just passed, and I just watched this movie again. He's the mailman in Jingle All the Way.
Which is another terrible movie.
It's fun. I love
Of course you do. Of course you do, you stupid moron.
So, Sinbad has a large afro. He's got ridiculous big glasses, and he's dressed in this big baggy dress shirt that's got American flags on it and a bunch of different colors and collars that come down to his nipples. The
collars could be registered as a weapon.
Yeah, and they're like basically tie-dye.
You probably can't
so
see it, but his
bizarre.
jacket says things like "Black is beautiful" and "I'm black and proud." So his character is that he's black and proud. And by the way, Keenan and Kel are two young black men. I don't think it matters, but it will come up later, just as the occasional joke references it. But
I'm pretty sure that's why Kel likes orange soda.
I was not gonna bother, but I think that's probably So
yep.
Right. So in Sinbad's class is our other star, Keenan. Now, interestingly, Keenan was never really in many of the Good Burger sketches. And like I says, I know this because I literally watched every single fucking one of them. Guess what? They all suck. Even the Jimmy Fallon one a couple years ago. The things you like are bad. So yeah, Keenan is thrown in here to capitalize on the Keenan and Kel train of their popularity. Keenan and Kel have been on the air for like a year at this point. And I guess it was super popular. Fucking who knows. But the joke in Good Burger was always Kel. So Keenan is in here to be the plot, which they try to pretend there is one. So Sinbad stops Keenan as they're leaving, and they have some dumb banter, but it's the last day of school, and also this banter means nothing and will affect the plot in no way. Why didn't I write this? So Keenan and his generic friend take off in Keenan's mom's car, which he is not allowed to or legally able to be driving, as his mom is away on business. Generic friend asks Keenan what he's going to do over the summer, and Keenan espouses that he intends to do absolutely nothing over the summer and just be a fat slob by the pool. I wrote geriatric, but generic friend bemoans having to get a summer job, and Keenan says it's vacation. He can fuck right off with that shit. They're speeding through generic suburbia when they come by Kel, who is delivering food on his roller skates, because the previous delivery boy was fired for, and I quote, coming to work without his pants. 10 years old or high. Kel is singing his apparently fucking beloved song. Apparently, this is beloved in our whole generation, and I'm only hearing about it now at age 30. I'm a dude, he's a dude, she's a dude, we're all dudes, etc., etc., et fucking cetera. So Kel crosses the street without a care in the world, and Keenan, going too fast, swerves to dodge him and ends up hitting Sinbad in Sinbad's car, who is obviously perturbed by this. Generic friend gets out of the car and runs away from this movie into a better career and hopefully a better life. Godspeed, generic friend.
And that actor was Leonardo DiCaprio.
And that actor was Barack Hussein Obama. Sinbad is freaking out about his car, and the two begin arguing in the street while a crowd of generic white people gather around to watch the funny-dressed black man assault a child in the street. I fucking see you, Nickelodeon. I fucking see you, Brian Robbins, producer and director of this movie and current president of Nickelodeon. All eyes on you, motherfucker.
Oh, damn.
So Sinbad demands Keenan's driver's license and insurance. Oh, Brian Robbins is a white man, by the way. Let's not forget. But of course, Keenan has neither. Sinbad says he hates to put a black man in jail, but he has to call the police. Keenan body blocks Sinbad from getting to his phone and begs him to let him pay off the debt himself. We learn at a body shop that it will cost just shy of $2,000 to fix, and though Keenan waffles, eventually Sinbad bullies/threatens him into giving up his summer, and I wrote that like an idiot. He threatens him to fucking pay it off, or he's gonna rat him out to the cops. So Keenan says he'll give up his summer and get a summer job.
Oh boy, plot.
Now, Keenan, like I said, he's not bad. Even in this movie, but he is funny. Like, I can see why Saturday Night Live is a good fit for him, because he's very good on his. I don't know how much of this movie was, off the cuff. I'm guessing just by the way Keenan talks that a lot of his stuff was. He probably had a line and then he got to Keenan it up. I'll just throw in there.
He seems very improv.
Yeah, he's like, even at a young age like this, he's very good. And Sinbad is I find him very entertaining. Not world's greatest actor, no. World's funniest man, no. Very entertaining, yes.
He's entertaining.
So, like, they play off each other well. The problem is this scene goes on for like 7 minutes, and it takes so long to get to the point of like he needs to get a summer job, or like I really feel like you could have cut this down a little bit, but whatever. So yeah, Keenan's a bit of a bigger kid. Cal's sort of a skinnier kid. There's that dynamic, which never really comes up, but I'm sure it does in their show or whatever. So we cut to Mondo Burger. Mondo Burger, it's like what the 90s thought the future was going to look like. The silver and blue jumpsuits and everybody's wearing. It's very modern. 90s modern. But yeah, it's like, imagine if you let a bunch of 14-year-olds build a spaceship made only out of like discarded Nickelodeon props. That's what this Mondo Burger is.
That's probably what happened.
Honestly, yeah. We see an assembly line of burger slaves assembling burgers while a goon shouts orders. Keenan is here and fouls up a burger terribly before being stopped by our villain, Kurt. Kurt is a generic white guy. That's it. That's all Kurt is. He's just a guy. He's just...
To be fair, that is the typical villain in a movie.
Yeah.
Where the leads are African Americans.
Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, jeez.
Whitey is done bad.
Yeah. Kurt is like, I don't know, he's like 20. He's like 20. He's just a guy. His whole bit is saying that anything he doesn't like is going to get, quote, thrown into the grinder. That's his version of sleeping with the fishes. He probably thought, I'm going to really impress Abe Vigoda with that line. Fucking stupid idiot. He says if there's anything he hates, it's a bumbling, sloppy fast food employee. Cut to Kel at Good Burger, who is swimming in the milkshake machine.
That's where, when I was watching it, I had to stop. I gave up right then.
He's
like,
just
nope.
in it with his arms up like it's a washing machine and he's baby Jessica stuck in it. I know she was stuck in a well, but same difference. Yeah. Oh, God. It's just, why?
And again, it fully clothed in his Good Burger uniform.
Yeah, man. Fuck. So at Mondo Burger, Kurt gives an evil speech about how Mondo Burger, MB will be the world's biggest fast food chain. He tells his goons that Mondo Burger is their life now, and Kurt is both their mother and father. Keenan makes some jokes that he must look weird naked, and Kurt fires him and has him dragged out by burger goons. And over at Good Burger, we get another rejected sketch that fucking all that wouldn't put on. And I'm not doing it anymore. Fuck it, fuck you, fuck all of you. I am the tumor that feasts on your hate. So Keenan is at Good Burger, drinking away his sorrows and milkshakes. Cal, in an attempt to be nice, tries to be friendly to him. Keenan, being the cynical straight man, wants nothing to do with Cal's constant nonsense. Okay, now. I know you're thinking, oh, Larry, he's always generalizing when he says nonsense. No, it's all nonsense. Almost every line out of Kel's mouth, almost every single line is some kind of lame, hammy attempt at a joke. He can't fucking say one word without hamming it up. How did this get made into a movie?
Larry, you're red. You're red.
So anyway, Keenan explains the situation with Sinbad to Kel. So Keenan is down on his luck, and Kel takes some measure of pity on him. And after some shtick with Fat Manager, it doesn't matter, he gets Keenan a job as a delivery driver after Keenan lies about his driving record. We get an introduction scene with all the characters that don't matter, including an Abe Vigoda bit with Kel saying he's 77 years old and still works in fast food, which bothered me on a deep level I can't understand or properly express, but I think it's because I have a deep fear of failure and bottomless well of self-loathing. We also get introduced to Keenan's love interest, who is completely generic and doesn't matter. Hey, Isaac, what's the skin color of Keenan and Kel?
Brown.
What's the skin color of the love interest? Hey, as a fun side bit, what do you think the skin color of everyone else a good burger is?
Probably white.
Funny that. Keenan tries to flirt with generic love interest, but she blows him off because she's sassy. Fucking see you, Nickelodeon. Fucking watching. Keenan says, who was that? She is all that. Get it, Isaac? Go fuck yourself.
Oh.
Hey, Isaac. Isaac, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Kel takes Keenan on a delivery in the Burger Mobile. The Burger Mobile is just a 90s Nick aesthetic car cobbled together with various burger paraphernalia. It's less funny than it sounds. Even if I was a child, I would be disappointed. The Wienermobile is a fucking giant hot dog on wheels. The Burger Mobile in Good Burger is a car where the hood is a burger, the windshield wiper is fries, and it's got like a fucking half a milkshake off the back of it. It sounds like it could be at least interesting to a child, but it's really lame. And it's really lame. I just mean, come on. So, on the drive, Kel manages to hit Sinbad's weird mailbox as he speeds through the neighborhood, because we see the downfall of Sinbad has begun the second he crosses paths with Keenan. Back at Good Burger, we learn that Keenan is making $5 an hour, which in 1997 was the minimum wage in California where the movie is set. All right, I'll give you that one. Isaac is still pissed about the gravity of Phobos, though, so you don't get that one.
Yeah, that's not enough for
Kurt,
a base.
the villain and president of Mondo Burger, comes in to insult the Good Burger crew, flanked by his goons. Kel says the line. Say it, you bitch.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger.
Drizzle
Can
that
I take
line
your
over my
order?
chest, you fucking bad bitch. Say it. Anyway, the Mondo Burger crew insults Keenan for being a reject. Kurt tells Kel, Jesus. Kurt tells Kel to watch his butt, so Ed spins in a circle like my own dog trying to lick his own ass.
Oh my god.
We see the grand opening of Mondo Burger is basically a red carpet event featuring a live high school band. I don't know. That one didn't make much sense. Like, the band they got to play is like, it looks like an old big band from the 50s. That one was really confusing. Like, I hated pretty much all this movie, but that one just confused me. Like, what? Why would they not? It's the 90s. That's not been cool forever. Like, why would it not be a rock band?
Yeah.
I really don't understand that. That just, like, it really took me out of it.
I don't understand marching bands at all.
It's like,
so I can't
like
help
a bunch of people with, like, saxophone and trumpets, like a high school band at podiums. I don't know. That, like, took me out entirely. And I was already not in. Fucking Jesus Christ on a cricket. Mondo Burger has a massive crowd, while the massive lights of Mondo Burger have caused the power in Good Burger to short out. I used massive twice in there because Donald Trump's the president and I learned how to talk from him. The next day, the Good Burger crew is standing around bored with no customers as Mondo Burger is almost completely full. Fat Manager goes and gets a Mondo Burger, and the Good Burger crew sees that it is enormous, despite being the same price as a Good Burger. We get generic flirting crap with Keenan and generic love interest. She blows him off when he has to hang out, but Kel asks him to hang out instead. Keenan is struck with a flashback as after Kel runs into Abe Vigoda on the skates, which he is wearing inside for a reason. Now realizing that Kel is the one who has ruined his summer, and of course this is a kid's movie, Kel has also, quote-unquote, ruined his life, Keenan tells Kel to leave him alone. In one of the few funny lines in this whole movie, and yes, there actually are at least two funny lines in this movie, Abe Vigoda gets up and asks the boys, and I'm going to try to... It's really, really funny because of the delivery. I'm going to try to match the delivery. Abe Vigoda gets up and says, "Can one of you boys get me to a hospital? I think I broke my ass." And again, it's not that it's a particularly funny line. It's the delivery of like an 80-year-old ex-mobster.
Yeah.
I don't know. That got me. I was clinging to scraps like a drowning rat. in a milkshake machine. We get a throwaway scene where Sinbad comes in and somehow the estimate was way off and now Keenan owes him even more money. Kel comes in with his... I forgot about this. I forgot how mad this made me. Kel comes by with his tray of lunch, oblivious to Keenan's hatred of him. For some reason... I don't understand. For some reason, there's grapes at the burger joint. Kel did not bring them from home.
Grapes?
Because he shows up to work on roller skates with no lunch every day. He's eating his burger shop grapes. When in an attempt to cheer up Keenan, he shoves one up each nostril and says, he sings the following as he dances about. And I'm not going to sing it in the songy voice because it's already been stuck in my head for days. I'm going to say it how many times he says it. Bloobity, 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 bloobity. So for some reason, Keenan laughs at this, and they're friends.
That's all it takes, huh? That's how we got to be friends, isn't it?
No, absolutely
No.
not.
Oh, the grapes went in the butt.
Yep.
That's what it was. And it was my fist, not a grape. Yep.
Yeah. So Kel has his own homemade sauce. He manages to spill it all over Keenan, much like Isaac spilling his sauce all over me at the beginning of our friendship, who tastes it and finds out it's delicious. Not Isaac's cum, Kel's sauce. So they figure out if they put it on the burgers, they'll have a flood of customers. And somehow, this works immediately. We get a montage of Good Burger having a bunch of customers now with, and I can't believe it, I can't believe this, a professionally produced ska version from Less Than Jake, a ska band, one of the 4 ska bands there were, of I'm a dude, he's a dude, she's a dude, we're all dudes playing in the background. That's great. That's
amazing.
Great. That's great. That's great. So Good Burger is saved from financial ruin literally 2 days after it was about to go under. It's been 2 days, and somehow the word has gotten around to Good Burger land that the sauce is here, and you get used to it. The manager is so overjoyed that he offers Kel 10 cents for every burger sold. Keenan overhears this and basically bamboozles Kel into signing a contract Keenan draws up to give him 80% of the money from the burger sales. Kel, forever the idiot, happily signs. One of the employees asks him for the sauce recipe, but Keenan tackles Kel to make him stop telling it and orders him that he must tell no one as it's a secret. Across the street, Kurt orders his goons to roust Kel and the gang for the sauce while Keenan takes his cut of the day's burger money. Kel asks Keenan to hang out with him like a dumb, sad puppy, and Keenan feels guilty, so he agrees to see, not a joke, Kel's secret place. This is not his dick and balls, thankfully, but instead it's the roof of the building.
Thank God.
We get an emotional scene here where Keenan opens up to Kel about not having a dad. He mentioned some fancy yo-yo his dad got him the last time he saw him before he abandoned the family. It's dumb, and I'm not going to bother with it anymore. Why is Good Burger trying to hit me in the gut with an emotional, I don't have a dad story punch? You are Good Burger.
It's a character arc, Larry.
Shut the fuck up. Say the line and shut up, Good Burger. No one asked. The next day, there's a special delivery to make. Keenan and Kel take the Burger-mobile across town to deliver a fresh burger to a rather young Shaquille O'Neal. So obviously, since this is the 90s, they love him and are overjoyed to be delivering food to him live on ESPN. The burger he ordered, however, was supposed to have tomatoes, but doesn't have any. In response, Kel pulls 2 tomatoes out of his shirt pocket and puts them on the Good Burger. To which Shaq says, "You're not like other people, are you?" And Kel, kind of looks down and sort of yeah. So this speaks worlds about the Kel dynamic that if I was a film scholar, I'd go into. But thankfully, I'm just an angry guy who gets to yell at stuff. So fuck that. But I think there's something deeper there. Shaq approves of the burger, and on TV, Kel says the line, "Drape me in it, drape me in the line. Isaac, I want it all over me now. Do it now. You don't get your fucking money. You know what you signed up for."
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Say it, you stinky, stinky behemoth. So Kurt is watching the broadcast and smashes his TV in frustration. The goons he sent to find out what's in the sauce are they're still there. They didn't do anything to find out the sauce. They're still there. They're just sitting there. Kurt freaks out about the lack of business and makes Mondo burgers even bigger than before. We see Kel rollerblading down the middle of the street when Kurt pulls up and Kel runs into him, getting plastered onto the windshield, where he once again utters the line. You know what? I don't even want you to say the line. I don't even want you to say it, you slut. I already came. Don't fucking touch me. No, but seriously, say the line.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
You. So Kurt is not trying to kill Kel with his truck. He instead offers Kel a job. We learn that Kel still only makes minimum wage. Seems like a pretty shitty deal, even with the extra 10 cents a burger, but who am I? What do I know? Keenan warns Kel that Kurt just wants him for his sauce, unlike everyone else who only wants his sauce. It's almost like Kel is being used by everybody. And again, Keenan, Kel, Kurt, fuck you. Kel, I guess...
I wish someone wanted me for my sauce.
How's your wife, Isaac? Actually, I know the answer to that question. I saw her today.
I had to get her unhooked from the radiator. And I think she was a little cold. Like, do you think it's too cold now in January for me to make her wear the bikini out?
I was going to ask, but I saw that her mouth had been sloppily sewn shut. For God's sake, this is awful. Why am I indulging in this now? Jesus. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I guess, in fairness, I am calling them Keenan and Kel their real names, and Kurt is the actor's actor name. So I'm doing it to myself, in fairness, which I just realized now.
This is true. Do you know what Keenan's name is in the movie? I forget if you said.
Keenan's name is Dexter.
Dexter.
I mean, they call him Dex, but it makes sense to call him Keenan and Kel. So, whatever. Yeah. Kel reveals he used his 20% of the burger money to buy Keenan a fancy yo-yo like his dad gave him. And Keenan feels guilty for essentially exploiting what I suspect might be a mentally handicapped person. As he probably should. Meanwhile, at Mondo Burger, Kurt decides to bring in the big guns. And by guns, I mean bosoms. And by bosoms, I mean breasts. He sends in Roxanne to fuck the sauce out of Ed. And Isaac, I don't mean his cum.
Oh.
So Roxanne strides into Good Burger while an admittedly very smooth R&B version of Roxanne plays. I may have looked it up and listened to it independently of this episode. Shut up. Performed by Spearhead, by the way. You're welcome. Anyway, Roxanne, God's sake, is none other than Carmen Electra, the 90s biggest sex symbol. We get a close-up of Abe Vigoda checking out her ass, which I like to imagine wasn't in the script. Roxanne comes up to the counter, and guess what Kel says, Isaac? Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me. Give it. I want the line. Dance for your money, you slut. What's my name?
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
This is what you wanted. You asked for this. You people wanted. You all did this. You did this to me. I am your Messiah. I am crucified on the cross for you. Roxanne puts the moves on a clearly oblivious Kel. He says the line again, but seriously, it's within the same minute, so please don't actually say it again. That said, I do want you to say it, so fucking whip it out. Big boy, let's get a look at this hog. Say the line!
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Spray me with it! Anyway, we get more, basically, all that Good Burger shtick. The entire Carmen Electra thing is basically an extended all that throughway sketch because it's the same joke. Kel is blissfully unaware that Electra's trying to fuck him into giving her the recipe. She asks him out on a date, and Kel ends up manipulating Keenan to bring generic love interest with and make it a double date by asking on Keenan's behalf, blah, blah, blah. The four then go out to some, mini golf family center place, palace. I don't know. It's weird. Keenan and Kel are in high school. I don't know if Kel is technically older, but I also don't give a fuck. And the generic girlfriend is around that age, but Electra is 6 years older than Keenan. So, I don't know. This all feels very uncomfortable. It's weird, because she's I guess she's dating Kel. I don't know how old Kel is. I actually forgot to look. But it's just, I don't know. It's like this adult woman trying to fuck these children, and it's, I don't know. It's a little come on, man. And she's pretty, they imply... I guess if as a child I wouldn't know what most children wouldn't. I did know what fucking was. But, at age 9 or 8 or however, I don't know. This is getting weird. But I think they imply a lot that I'm guessing went over kids' heads, but I think is supposed to be implied that she wants to fuck him. Well, air quotes, wants to. Kel pulls out so they're at this mini golf palace. Kel pulls out a seat for her, but he pulls it out too far, so she falls on her ass. There's light and unfunny banter here with a lot of Elektra asking about the sauce. As an oblivious Kel is about to give her the recipe, Keenan tries to kick him to be silent, but accidentally kicks Elektra instead. They leave to play mini golf. Elektra tries to seduce Kel into fucking her instead of playing mini golf, but he rejects the idea. While out there, he manages to hit Elektra in the face with the golf club, and then manages to hit the ball so hard it bounces off a windmill to smack her in the head and knock her ass out. And then while taking her home, Kel slams on the brakes too hard and smashes her head against the dashboard.
Jesus.
I told you all this to see that it's just a woman just getting beat up. That's by an oblivious moron. That's great. It's fucking Lenny and whoever the woman was in Grapes of Wrath. Is that Grapes of Wrath?
I think the movie's really...
No, that's not great.
It's progressive.
What was him?
Because...
What's Kel or Lenny? George.
Lenny and George of Mice and Men.
I don't know why I said Grapes of Wrath. Yeah, it's
Steinbeck.
Lenny of Mice and Menning, this poor woman.
But I think Kel is asexual. This movie's very progressive.
Nope, wrong.
Portraying him as a... No, he fucks later.
Wrong.
Well, some asexual people fuck.
I don't think that's right, but I don't know enough to say if you're wrong.
They do. It's like a spectrum where some people I could take it or leave it, but I'll do it every once in a while.
Okay.
And some people just don't do it at all.
He doesn't actually fuck, Isaac.
Oh. So it is a progressive movie of asexuality, and yeah. Good.
Are you proud of yourself?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, good. As long as one of us is.
I really am.
Keenan and Generic...
I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight.
Good. Just when the poison can kick in. Keenan and Generic Girlfriend go off and have a romantic moment to give Kel and Elektra some alone time, ostensibly to fuck. However, the movie takes the weirdest fucking turn in movie history, where when they're alone, Kel drops the act and reveals he's the Zodiac Killer? No, of course not. Well, Keenan and fucking Generic Girl, blah, blah, whatever, make out. Elektra pushes Kel down onto the car, saying if he tells her how to make the sauce, she will give him anything he wants. She goes to kiss him, and in response, he karate flips her onto her back in the street for a reason that I'm sure exists. She goes into Mondo Burger and quits in a cast and crutches and falls over on her dumb face. So that was...
Oh my God.
That's Carmen Electra. I hope they paid you a lot for that. We get another boring, dumb, all that Good Burger sketch with Kel and a Good Burger customer the next day. Keenan is trying to be sexy with his generic girlfriend, but she tells him off for being an asshole. She found the contract he drew up where Kel gives Keenan the lion's share of the money. She doesn't truck with him taking advantage of Kel's kindness and tells him to fuck off. And that is the last time she has any factor on this movie in any way. I think she has one more line where she says, I don't know. That's it.
Character arcs. Every single character.
So Keenan feels bad and goes outside to Kel, who is examining the difference between a Mondo Burger and a Good Burger. Keenan tries to confess to his wrongdoings, but a dog trots up and starts barking at Kel. Kel does the whole Lassie thing, like, what's that? Little Timmy stuck in the well? But instead of Timmy in the well, it's 4 clowns in a broken down clown car. Ha ha ha. So funny. Kel gives him the Mondo Burger, but the dog won't eat it. The boys get suspicious about the Mondo Burger, so they decide to go undercover. We see in a cutaway scene, however, there are in fact clowns at a broken down car. However, despite the dog telling Kel it was 4, there is in fact 5. Why did I bother to write that down?
And you counted the clowns.
I can't help it. Every time I see clowns, I have to count them.
It's an affliction.
Really, there's dozens of us. Dozens.
Larry, we're going to the circus as soon as the pandemic's over.
Guys, you'd have to get me high, or I'd need to be 10.
You're gonna wake up at the circus.
Fuck. I can't think of. I'm not afraid of clowns. I'm really not. I don't care. Clowns are clowns, whatever. But I don't want to go to the circus, and I can't think of more of a nightmare than to wake up, because I sleep nude, so wake up naked at a fucking circus. Nothing terrifies me more.
And I hope you have that nightmare tonight.
Oh, Lord, I hope not. So the disguises the boys use are as sassy older black women. Think Medea.
Oh, boy.
I really don't think I need to go over any of this. It's stupid as hell. Kenan Thompson refused to play black women on SNL anymore and insisted they hire real black women and said, that's the story here. So, fuck the rest of this. So, while prowling around, the boys see that the workers are dropping some kind of chemical on the burgers to make them massive. The drug is called triamphethol. Triamphethol is not real, yet they gave it a suspiciously real-sounding name and not a pun name, and I'm really baffled about that.
Did you spend a lot of time looking up triamphethol?
I spent more than 5 minutes looking up triamphethol, yes.
Man, if I could get some triamphethol and put it on my dong, then, oh boy,
well,
I'm going places.
I need you to remember that because I'm going to bring it up later.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I want to talk about your cock later. I got a whole bit about your cock. Keenan says he doesn't know what that is, but it must be illegal. From behind him, Kurt says it's way illegal. So to take you back to the Larry Beard School of Movie Villainy, Lesson 12 clearly states, do not ever tell anyone your evil plan ever, even if they are totally at your mercy. Ever. Don't do it. God. For only $49.99 a month, Larry Beard, the Correspondent School of Movie Villainy. We can do that. You can have this. You can be a movie villain who wins in the end.
Can you please do that for real?
I would love to. I genuinely would love to have a school of villainy. So Kurt taunts them and tells them he doesn't care what happens to people who eat the drugged burgers. He tries again to get the recipe for the sauce out of Kel, but fails. In response, Kurt has Keenan and Kel sent to Demented Hills. Demented Hills is an asylum against their will. Look, it's a kid's show. I'm not going to get too bent out of shape. You can't really do that in real life. It's whatever. This is made for 8-year-olds. I'm not going to focus on that. But it is pretty fucking wild. Just said that Kurt, this burger tyrant, has a mental institution in his back pocket. That part's pretty fucking out of nowhere.
Just imagine the trouble you would get into as a food service manager if you had the ability to put customers at will into a mental asylum.
There'd be no one left in my town. When I worked in food service, there would be basically like 3 people left that I didn't hate.
There were a couple of nice ones.
Yeah, 3. And only 3. God. Anyway, in the asylum, Kel is playing with a child's toy when a self-professed young lady, psychopath, comes up and asks... She says she's a psychopath. Comes up and asks him if space aliens have ever landed on his brain and told him to free all the zoo animals, which is what got her put in here. She says she likes him. There's a reason I'm telling you about this. There's a reason I'm telling you about this whole... This whole mental institution thing. That Google review that I read to you from fucking, I think his name was Xander, really fucked me up. What is this? I don't understand this whole, 10-minute mental institution diversion other than to pad time, because nothing happens.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I don't know.
Keenan is playing cards with some of the inmates. One of them keeps eating the cards. One of them keeps poking him. Eventually, Kel ends up hanging out with a gigantic inmate in a straitjacket that he frees. Remember, Kel is an idiot. The large inmate proceeds to go hog wild, and off screen, people start screaming. Someone shouts, "Goodness gracious, he's killing Sydney," which we'll get to that in a minute. Back at Good Burger in the night, Kurt and his goons break in and find the sauce. As Kurt begins squirting some kind of, not a joke, skull and crossbones liquid out of a bottle into the sauce. Suddenly, Abe Vigoda, who apparently just fucking lives there, wakes up and attempts to roust these boys out of there. He is easily defeated, however, and Kurt reveals that he is poisoning the sauce with shark poison, which I guess he just has.
Shark poison?
Shark poison.
Shark poison.
Shark poison. He mentions this will make the customers sick, but I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure it's going to kill them. But I guess whatever. The villains get Abe thrown into the mental hospital as well, where he is put in with the boys. Abe and our heroes share information and try to figure out a plan to get out of the institution. The next day, everyone is milling about aimlessly. Kel is sitting next to George Clinton of Funkadelic and Parliament fame, which, if you don't know, are 2 old funk bands from way back. It's not really important. I'm just baffled how big and vibrant the cast of this movie is. I gotta give Keenan and Kel credit. They must have really had a fucking hell of a following, because there's a lot of stars in this thing. I was just not aware. I had an idea, but I was truly not aware how beloved the whole Good Burger phenomenon was.
They definitely were.
We'll get to it a little later, but man, because I'm looking at this guy, I'm like, I know who that is. And then I looked up the song that was playing because I had a suspicion. And sure enough, it's George Clinton of Funkadelic. God, what?
That is amazing.
So anyway, there's a dance scene here in the mental institution to a Funkadelic song that goes on way too long. And of course, in typical movie fashion, everybody knows the dance they're all doing. Blah, blah, blah. The song is great, by the way. If you like funk, which I do, it's phenomenal, as always. Such a long scene, though. They lingered on this whole fucking dancing bit for like way longer than necessary. It's like 6 or 7 minutes. Again, it's just padding time. Blah, blah, blah. Keenan figures out he can get the guards to dance with them, and then Dance fights into them, knocking them out, and steals the keys. Kel, Abe, and the crazy girl with the crush on Kel, they run upstairs, try to escape. They end up in the room with a big crazy guy. There's like super hermetically sealed windows. The crazy guy throws Keenan through one. Kel has like a crazy, like a romantic moment with crazy love interest girl. So I don't think he's asexual, even though he doesn't like bend her over or anything. But he's like, "You're the prettiest psychopath I ever met." I'm like getting Smoker's voice from screaming, which is kind of what Kel sounds like. So then Kel jumps out one of the closed windows, despite them being hard to break, and they're like supposed to be hermetically sealed. And he lands, air quotes, on Keenan. And when I say lands, I mean he jumps from off screen horizontally to half-heartedly land on Keenan. Stupid. You know who else does that? Trauma. Fuck you. Sergeant Kabuki Man. They did that same fucking thing. I hated that movie.
Oh, God.
I didn't even watch it. I hated listening to it. All right, so our heroes escape and are running away, pursued by a bunch of doctors in a big van truck. Keenan, Kel, and Abe steal a nearby ice cream truck, and the chase begins. Nothing particularly interesting here in the car chase. Eventually, the boys realize they can throw off pursuers by throwing ice cream from the back of their trucks into the windshield of the doctor's truck. In the chase, they pass by a place in a strip mall called Frick's Travel Adventures. It's not mentioned or anything. I just looked it up on a whim, and it is, in fact, still there. Frick's Travel Adventures, 533 East Vine Avenue, West Covina, California, 91790. I'm hereby naming it the official travel agency of Bells and Netflix. Because why not? They survived being featured, unpaid, I'm sure, in this movie, and they survived through the pandemic of 2020. Let's give them a bump. If our millions of
Let's go to the Bahamas, Larry.
Millions of Kentuckian fans, you need to go to travel to somewhere that's not Kentucky, and who can blame you? Frick's
our
Travel Adventures, Covina, California. Give them a call.
Our fans are from Kansas, Larry.
Shit.
Although, to be fair, how Kansasian?
I mean, Kansas is even worse than Kentucky, so you definitely want to leave. Hey, Fricks, if you guys get a big bump, hey, give us a call. I needed something. Because this was a nightmare. The car chase proceeds, blah, blah, blah. Eventually, the crazy truck has so much ice cream on it, they end up plowing into Sinbad's new mailbox. The chase is punctuated with scenes of Good Burger preparing to open and use the poison sauce. As an old woman is about to eat it, our heroes arrive and smack a burger out of her hands and tackle her, saving her life but breaking her hip in the process, probably. Our heroes tell the rest of the staff what happened, while Keenan and Cal head across the street to steal a can of the fakey-fake illegal drug stuff with the name I'd already forgot about. There's a dumb thing here about Keenan being bad at climbing up the side of the building to get into the restaurant through some giant novelty straw on the roof. It's not funny or anything, and again, it takes too long and isn't funny enough to necessitate mentioning, so... inside, Keenan makes a plan to distract the guards, while Kel will steal some of the illegal drug. I gotta look up the name of it, because I really did forget. What's like Triamphethol? Triamphethol.
Triamphethol.
Fuck's sake.
Do you need a bigger cock? Try Triamphethol.
Again, please remember that. Keenan walks into the kitchen and is about to be accosted by goons when he grabs 2 grease guns filled with ketchup and mustard. If you've never seen a grease gun, it's what they use to like grease up slicing and stacking machines, like this meat slicing. It's like just fucking Google a picture of a grease gun, and it really annoys me because I worked in food service for so long. They put ketchup and mustard into these, or bottles not good enough anymore. Stupid. God, I don't know. The grease gun thing really bothered me because I'm a dork.
That's very strange.
Yeah, any fucking way. Cal, of course, fucks up getting the drugs, while Keenan leads the goons on a merry chase. Cal accidentally / on purpose maybe drops a full bottle of evil drug into the grinder with all the fresh meat. And by fresh meat, I mean styrofoam chunks badly looking like meat. The goons catch up to Keenan on the roof, and he tells them that Kel is now on his way to the police with the drug, so the jig is up. Of course, Kel now arrives with an empty bottle because, again, Kel is an idiot. Or maybe he's not. I don't know. No, I definitely know he is. Keenan yells at him, but Kel mischievously reveals that this was cheekily done on purpose. Down in the kitchen... Fuck, let's just get through this. We're at the climax, which is... You know where you said you wanted that Triamphethol for your cock?
Yes.
Think about that for the next 2 minutes. Down in the kitchen, we see the burger machine is making gigantic fucking burgers the size of manhole covers. All throughout the kitchen, they start exploding in massive beef explosions. Massive beef explosions. These explosions are so massive. Massive beef explosions. The entire building begins to fall apart.
Oh, my God.
Like, seriously, big set pieces start falling off the walls. The big burger and shake sign falls off out the front. Like, the novelty burger is falling off. The shake is falling off. People are running and screaming and panicking as neon signs fall down and spark and set fires. There's smoke. Glass breaks. Sinbad pulls up. The burger falls off the roof. Smashes and destroys his car as he gets his comeuppance for being continually wronged. Huh.
Fucking Sinbad.
Yeah,
that asshole.
He didn't get Keenan arrested, but he got his comeuppance for.
It's because of the collar.
It's because he's black.
Damn.
So the cops and firefighters arrive. Kurt is getting arrested because of his illegal drugs made the burgers explode. Because of his illegal fucking idiot can't even write. The boys throw his "you're going into the grinder" line in his face because that's all he's got. He's a generic white guy. Keenan goes in and rubs in Sinbad's lost in his face for his destruction of his car because okay, that's great. Poor Sinbad. The boys walk back into Good Burger, and Kel reveals that he actually used his real intelligence to realize the only way they could beat Mondo Burger was to destroy it because Kurt's lawyers were going to be too good that they could out-lawyer the Triamphethol thing, and the justice system moves too slowly to really process Kurt, so the only way to defeat him was by destroying him.
Ouch.
So that's the great joke, is that even though Kel isn't stupid, he definitely is stupid. I don't just, like, that should be a throwaway gag, not the reveal of not the fucking climax of God. I hate it.
The one thing this moron young black man knows is that the justice system is rigged in favor of rich white people.
You know,
That's his only prescient information.
I didn't even think about that. But I guess,
Now come sit on Pappy's knee. Let me tell you the only thing you need to know.
You know what, man? I guess when you're right, you're fucking right. Wow, Jesus. Keenan rips up the contract where Kel was to give him 80% of the burger money. In the funniest joke of the movie, which I unfortunately was thinking about and kind of gave away, Kel asks if Keenan doesn't want to be partners anymore. Keenan starts to answer, and Kel says, "Is it because I'm black?" Which, I have to admit, that one got a rare, actual, real laugh out of me. Not a chuckle or a snort.
You lulled.
It got me a real laugh, yes. It was good delivery. It was a funny joke. So, I'll give you that one, Good Burger. So, anyway, Keenan makes good with Kel, and they're for real friends now, forever and ever. Everyone in Good Burger carries Kel on his shoulders in celebration back to the counter, where we get one final utterance of the line. Isaac, shut your slutty, idiot, stum-dupid fucking moron mouth. I'm going to say it this time. It's my time now, you dopey fuck. Shut that sexy mouth and look pretty for daddy. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your fucking order? Isaac, before we started, I asked you to prepare a YouTube video that we're going to play underneath the reading of the other Google reviews of this movie. I wanted you to hear the plot and to hear how I felt about it. Now, I would hope, I know I'm an angry man. That's nothing new. I would hope that it's in the last 70 or 65 whatever episodes that I have at least earned some kind of credit with the audience, that they know I'm not hateful for no reason. Maybe it's bad reasons occasionally because I was raised, I have a bad brain, but I'm not mean for the sake of being mean. I have reasons behind why I do the things I do, but I wanted you to play. We're going to start. I'll give you a countdown, and I want you to add it under the video, under the episode while I read the reviews, the Google reviews I have pulled for Good Burger.
So excited for this.
You ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go. Fuck. Stephen Reyes Lopez. This is truly a masterpiece of theatrical genius. woven through surprisingly clever jokes and humor, is an intricate plot that rivals Greek myths. That kid on Xbox can do my mom all he wants if I can watch this movie for another 2 weeks straight without internal hemorrhaging and other insomniatic symptoms. Larry's note, insomniatic is not a word. I am physically unable to laugh anymore unless a certain black teenager named Ed, eye within my field of vision. I don't know if I should feel scared, bewildered, excited, or aroused whenever I'm reminded of my predicament surrounding my obsession with this film, but I don't care anymore. All I want is more Good Burger and to know how both of Ed's sauces taste. Kobe Fullerton. An absolutely delightful film. This film shines for its extraordinarily sophisticated humor and wonderful dialogue. As a man with acumen to actually understand the film, I can say it is absolutely astounding. I do, however, understand that people with a much lower intelligence quotient cannot understand the humor. However, I pay no mind to such lowbrows. I can look with the utmost favor upon the wonder that is Good Burger, and I thank Brian Robbins for bringing so much joy upon the world. Titus Barber. Much like the movie Shark Tale, Good Burger presents to us a deep and emotional storyline with a subplot that requires a higher thinking. The characters are very relatable and accurately represent the problems and issues we are currently facing in this modern world, and they make them lovable. It blends all these concepts together to make what we call Good Burger. And finally, Jacob Pavaromo. Good Burger is one of the best films ever. It's so good, it should be called God Burger. If someone doesn't like this movie, to you, kill yourself. LOL. I mean, oh my God. Come on.
That's amazing.
So you see what I'm talking about. People love Good Burger.
Wow. I guess we have to kill ourselves now, Larry.
I mean, I just got a direct order.
Yeah, I mean,
so
oh boy.
To wrap this up, this movie is dreadfully unfunny. It tries very hard to push Kel's dopey idiot character down our throats. The stakes are pretty low. The villain is pretty uninteresting overall. There's like 3 separate beginnings of love stories that go literally nowhere. We never get a scene with Keenan and Generic Crush again, for example. None of the other characters really matter, especially the other Good Burger employees. They desperately try to make matter. And the jokes are, for the most part, really not funny. This movie is also achingly 90s. It hurts to look at sometimes. You know how in Back to the Future 2, the quote-unquote future is like a gaudy, trussed-up version of the 80s? This is basically... That's the Nickelodeon aesthetic in this time period. Like, ramp everything up to 15 and break off the fucking dial. Kel is incredibly grating. And despite what those, I'm going to call them measured Google reviewers said, there is, like, Keenan and Kel in Good Burger do not mesh at all. Because Kel meshes with nothing. Because Kel is the primordial ooze of which everything else bounces off of. Kel is the fucking anomaly. It's the obelisk from 2001 that the monkeys bow down to, because Kel is just not, he's just a dullard. It's not that Keenan and Kel don't have a dynamic, and no one in Kel have a dynamic. Kel is Kel. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the good. That's it.
Or Kel has a dynamic with everyone.
No, it's no one.
Oh, I think you tore your voice box.
I kind of did there. I'm crying. I don't know if it's rage or sorrow or pain.
Oh yeah, it's all the above. It's an amalgam.
So I did not see Keenan and Kel in the All That days or Keenan and Kel days, so I don't know. They might mesh great, but in this, there's nothing. There's nothing. Because you could put anybody. You could put me in Keenan's spot, and it would be nothing. It would be the same. Because it doesn't matter. Because Kel doesn't, like, play off of anyone. he gets him a yo-yo because Kel is he's like a good, honest simpleton. Like, okay, great, but like it doesn't matter. He could be talking to a brick. He frequently does talk to walls. Who cares? There's nothing. You didn't need Keenan. The sketches didn't need Keenan. Just don't do the movie.
I think this would have actually been Of Mice and Men if Carmen Electra died from her injury.
Honestly, yes. That's all it needed. Okay. So all that said, now that I've made the internet hate me forever,
I feel like you have some sympathizers.
Let me step back. I will say that I can see why people like this. Now, I dare say, if you grew up loving this movie, you'll probably still like it. And you know what? I guess I can understand that. I'll be the first to tell you, I have terrible taste in movies, music, video games, books, everything. For me, I didn't grow up with all that, or Kenan or Kel, or God forbid, this fucking piece of shit. Do you know the two earliest movies I remember watching when I think back to my childhood? Probably not what I actually watched first. I mean, I know I've watched like Winnie the Pooh and shit like that, but like when I think back to what I remember watching and remember the plots of, there's two. An old John Wayne Western named El Dorado and Demolition Man.
Jesus Christ.
Both of those are not particularly great movies, but I love them because of the time I saw them and now speak to me on a deep subconscious level and help shape who I am a little bit. Not so much Demolition Man. I do think about the Three Seashells thing all the time, but whatever. So, that said, while I stand by everything I said about this movie, and I fucking mean everything, I follow that up by saying I do not begrudge anyone who likes this. So, if you can look me in the eye and say, hey, yeah, you know what, Larry? I sure did think Cowgirl's Story was a well-told and executed story in 3 acts, and you were too harsh on it. Herp-de-derp-derp-derp. I'd assume you were a blathering fucking idiot with no taste. Because I would be correct, because you are. However, while doing the research for how fucking Good Burger even happened to be in the first place, I can see that there's something there that I just don't get. And I'm willing to accept that I'm never going to get it. I'm fine with, believe it, I'll sleep fine tonight. But, like, I could see that it's just, I missed the boat. And the fact that I missed the boat means there's a boat. Like, there is something in it is something for someone. And a lot of someone's. And it's just, like, there's a really good reason that people like it, and maybe it's the same reasons I fucking like Demolition Man, because it represents a better part of my life. No humans ever said those words, believe me. Like, yeah. And to the people who might be pissed off me, whether for real or in jest, and think that I'm wrong about this, I want you to just see this from my perspective. I came into this review having seen basically no Kenan and Kel content, and maybe like 2 episodes of all that when I was a Ute. If you love this movie and have nostalgia for it and think I'm dead wrong, I encourage you to watch it again and put yourself in my frame of mind. I want everyone with memories of Good Burger to rewatch this and like let me know if it holds up to you, or if you think I'm totally wrong, or if you can see what I'm talking about. Like,
the movie does not hold up. It doesn't.
Well, there's one. I've got one response. Like, as a plea to our fans who might be very mad at me for hating this, my vitriol is not directed at you or your nostalgia. My vitriol is directed at what is, to me, a shitty 90s kids movie with basically no jokes that apply to anyone outside of its own sphere of influence. So, like, I'm not trying to come at you. I was given a movie without the history. And without the history, like, if you can watch it and pretend there's no history to it for you, it's trash garbage, and I hope you can understand where I'm coming from when I say that.
Yeah, I think, for me, it seems people who still would watch it and really like it, it's similar to my feelings with Orgasmo, where I have the nostalgia because I saw it when I was 12, and the fucking sex jokes were the funniest thing in the world at the time.
Right.
And I go back now, and I can still enjoy it. I know it's not a particularly good movie, but I still have fun watching it, partly because I have that experience with it.
Right.
And I don't share the same feelings for Good Burger, even though I did like it as a youth. No, but
and like it's a cult
I would get it, yeah,
with a very strong cult following, like stronger than most cult classics, air quotes, I would say, because like a whole generation had this thrown at them. You know, not just some art house kids, and then who told their friends and told their friends, blah blah blah. Like, this was huge when it came out, and I missed that boat because I was watching westerns. So
live the good life.
I mean, there's a lot of good westerns. If you like westerns, which they're okay.
I feel like a 10-year-old in the 90s watching westerns is a recipe for something strange.
I'm an odd man. I've had an odd set of experiences. So all that into consideration, my score of this movie. Oh my god,
9 out of 10.
This entire hour and a half long movie, this whole thing, it's if you take everything else out of it and just look at it as a movie, it is based solely on one line. And I didn't misspeak. Not one joke, one line. The line, "Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?"
Yeah.
Good Burger. Wish I could have grown up with you. Maybe things could have gone differently. But for you, you get a big, fat, fucking 0.
Jesus.
I give you a 0.5 for the "is it because I'm black" joke, because I genuinely laughed at that, but I refuse to do fractions, and you didn't earn a 1. Sorry, Internet. Sorry.
Ouch.
I couldn't.
Is that the first 0 we've doled out?
And I'm sorry. It might be. I don't. I feel like I've given
Good
other
God.
things zeros. I don't know, but man,
this
is
bad.
not the worst movie. I know I say this every fucking week. It's not the worst movie we've ever had on here, like movie wise, but I think it's the one I hated the most.
You were hot today, Larry.
I really hated this.
Yeah, you need some chamomile tea for your vocal cords.
I really do. It's just it hits me everything I don't like. It's everything I don't like. Like I don't really like kids stuff. Like kind of I mentioned I couldn't get super into Avatar for the same reason. Like even though it's a great show, I enjoyed it, but like part of me was it's a kids show and I'm bored. Like it's that ramped up to 15. Like it's too much. It's too much, and I wasn't there for it. Like I missed the boat. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry.
We're gonna get
You'll
death
always
threats
have
now.
Isaac's episodes. Just the even-numbered episodes. That's all you need to listen to.
Larry. Oh
Oh, God. Can we be done? I can't keep speaking.
I think that's it. Oh, man. Good Burger. Home of the Good Burger. We took your order.
And it was shit.
How was that not the last line of the movie? Anyway. We are the Bowels of Netflix.
The last line of the movie was "Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger, come take your order."
But it should be past tense because the movie's ending. That's the joke.
No, the spirit of Good Burger lives on. Why am I...
Find us on the internet. Find us Facebook, Twitter, the email, bowelsofnetflix@gmail.com. You know all that fun stuff. Rate, subscribe, kill your grandmother, whatever you need to do. Get the word out there that Bowels of Netflix is the best show in your life. And stay tuned. Next week, I'm covering... What is it even called? Pokemon and the Legend of Doom. Pokemon Saddle McBattle.
Saddle McBattle.
Pokemon have stupid fucking names. I don't know. The
it's
rise
like,
of...
It's like
the rise of QAnon? The rise of Q2. The end is just Donald Trump, but he's got flamethrowers for hands.
No, I think it's Mewtwo Strikes Back, I want to say.
Oh, God. So stay tuned for that. I missed the boat on Pokemon. I never was into it, and almost every one of my contemporaries was deeply involved.
Man, it's so weird how these things work out. How we've both managed to pick, like, the other's fucking Achilles heel. We picked the other's 90s Achilles heel somehow.
I was aware of Pokemon because you couldn't avoid it in the 90s. I just rejected it. I was like, what's this yellow fucking thing? Yeah. Fuck this. God damn it. I'm going to sit alone in the library and read Calvin and Hobbes instead of make friends.
I did that same. I did that.
There's a reason we're damaged goods.
Yeah, it's true. I'm a bad man.
Oh, this isn't the time for this story, but God, I have to tell it. I was sitting on the couch. We had a couch. It was cool in middle school, like 7th grade, next to one of the pretty severely mentally handicapped kids in the school. He was in all the special classes, not the regular classes. He's doing whatever. I'm sitting there reading Calvin Hobbes, probably picking my fucking nose like a little jackass, and all of a sudden blood just starts pouring out of my nose, like through my hands, like the worst nosebleed I've ever had in my life. And I just look up at this severely mentally handicapped kid who's like looking at me in horror as blood is just awash all over me, and just ran to the bathroom and cleaned up. But yeah, I might have ruined his life.
thing. That's brutal.
Oh, God.
So I had a lot of friends, huh?
Yeah, I wonder how he's doing. On that note, we're the Pals of Netflix. We will see you next week. Try not to bleed everywhere.
Oh, smell you and your fucking good burger. I don't even care. Smell you. I don't care. Fuck it. You can't smell it if a bloody nose. Smell you later.